dude. Dude.
You were peeking way too fast. Okay, let's talk statistics. So at this point in the round, you're opting into a 50-50 against any individual who dares peek doors. Agreed? Okay, let's say that that individual is Jet with knives right now. Our team's all spawn. It's not worth it. You want to peek her. Let me explain. It depends on the map geometry. Some scenarios you want to hold, some you want to peek them. And you sort of just have to put yourself in their shoes and understand what it feels like to them to walk out mid. So let's pretend I'm Jet. So first I clear here. I might clear here. Back out. I peek here and I peek here. And at this point, I fight you 50-50. If I've got really good crosshair placement movement, I might have a slight advantage, peeker's advantage, because the qualities of this fight are quite symmetrical. Okay, let's pretend I don't see you. What the hell do I do now? If I walk out like this, I'm perma exposed to this angle. Okay. If I walk out like this, maybe clear shop, it's really awkward for me to wrap this way and go help my team A, because I'm like exposing to everything. So the problem this doors player has is walking past this like invisible box. They're pretty comfy in this box. They can play in this box and they're quite happy. But the moment you get them out of this box, they're really far from their cover. This player gets hecking sweaty. So what you want to do when you're mid lurking is you want to hold a bit outside of that box and on occasion peek them. You know why? Because when this person's out of the box, they might have to look over here or feel obligated to check here. And if you happen to peek them when they're doing that, free kill. So now your odds of killing them are the odds of this fight go up because half the time they're looking the wrong way. So when you peek them, let's pretend they are there. There's two outcomes. They're looking at you 50-50. Hell, you know what? No, I'm going to give them slight odds here because they could have off angle. So I'm going to say you're slightly losing if they're looking at you. Okay. But now let's say they're looking shop. Well, now I'm giving you 95-5. Okay. And so when you combine these two, your ultimate odds are what, like 140 over 60. So it's 70-30, which is so good. And this is why I don't tell people to push out mid on Pearl on defense, because it's bad. But when you're just holding and giving this fight, you're not taking any of that expected value. Instead, you're like, yeah, I'll just take the 50-50. No, you should be playing here and occasionally peeking them to take your 70-30. That's like hidden from you. It's invisible. You don't even see it.
Maybe Cody put his turret.
Exactly. Watch it back. Dopamine.
His turret.
$95.5.
Did you know only 420% of the people who watch my videos could actually receive free VOD reviews?
Really?
It's true!
Even me?
Absolutely!
Wow! I'm going to join the Discord to learn how. Then show up to a VOD review stream to get some of that potassium wisdom. No scope right to my brain.
And that's not all. I'm also offering free Valorant gift cards to anyone who makes successful improvement based on my coaching, made possible by the support of the Generous Knowers Guild on Discord.
So what are you waiting for? Hit us up!
And enjoy the video.
Viper, Pearl, Diamond 2. Let's take a look. We're going to ignore what's in chat. Our Sky does not give a single fuck.
Sky, can you dog in?
Dog, yeah, dog. I'm going backside with it.
Why does everyone call it back sight in these lower rated lobbies?
Let's go halls. Let's go
Back halls.
No flash to go wall.
Okay. Let's take a look. So the most common mistake I see here, I'm going to tell you now because we're going to give you an opportunity to be the GOAT of hacking Pearl post plant. Most common mistake is you're going to peek and you're going to fight B-Link. And that's trash. You should honestly play like right here. I'm down for you to maybe jiggle this raise, but honestly, it's not the best. You peeked! You peeked looking B-Link! Okay, this is good.
Here, taking it back.
Two left with it. That's one flank.
Oh my god, what are you... Look. Right here. Why would you ever turn your crosshair like this? Like, you should only turn it at the moment you need to turn it. So you're basically getting you and Killjoy killed.
Oh, what?
Easy.
Oh, shit.
Volley.
Oh, chill. What the f? You just threw. Bro, your Killjoy's mollying it.
Oh, what? Oh, shit.
Volley.
Last player standing.
I'm not sure about that one,
Don't worry,
Saffron
I walked
Rice.
through it.
Let's look back at the
One
first
heaven.
player. So
It hurts.
you like do a good job to remember that you shouldn't peek B-Link, but when I say that, I mean you shouldn't peek to like take this duel. Watch.
Like guys. Here, taking it back.
You see how the scenario is different right now? This Viper has aggro on a Jet Halls on the right side here. And so it's really good to just peek. I wouldn't like wide swing. The Viper might have a friend behind her, but I mean, it's a Viper. It's not that likely. She's like edge of a chain. Like this isn't a duel now at this point, right? This is a free kill and we take free kills. This is a tricky concept for a lot of people to grasp, like below Immortal, but Valorant is a dynamic game. There doesn't exist any rules. It's like never do this. Like when I say don't peek here, I mean, generally speaking, don't peek to take a duel with the guy over here. However, there's a million times where it's totally correct to peek in this way. Even sometimes to take a duel with this guy. Like maybe you have a Vandal, they have a Shorty. Who knows? There's tons of exceptions to every like piece of advice in Valorant, and this is one of them.
I see someone.
Okay. Your team is not using this orb. This orb is great for a reason that we can't exploit right now. It's designed to info starve the potential like enemy opper. I'm gonna paint a picture for you so you understand when to use this orb and when not to. When my team isn't using this orb to like info starve, essentially what you want to happen ideally is there's this guy on B who's looking here, and then this orb comes up and it gets awkward for them. Like they don't know, is an enemy gonna keep me here. It creates a lot of threats, and so they can't just stand here anymore. They've got to get more passive. They've got to give up space, or they have to use utility. Your team is already just advertising straight up. They're like, yo, we're all here. They're throwing Sky Flash. They're jump spotting before your orb goes up. So you can throw the same wall you've been throwing, which is like roughly here. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the barrier. But then all you do is you come along this line in the ground, all the way up against this box. Okay. You grab your orb and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you aim like at the bottom of this light bulb. And you just left click. And this orb is going to land here. And as you can see, this orb is really useful for like the post plant and denying this B-Link retake angle.
You are right. Just on right there. One flag. One flag.
Oh, fuck.
One flag.
Oh.
Okay. She's not playing trigger discipline screens. This is actually your fault. It is right here. Yeah, you didn't clear this. It's a change to the map. It's on you because you're going first in line. I am going to call this out, by the way. The reason why you didn't clear that angle is because you just haven't been playing Valorant since the Pearl changes. Like some things like that, you just need time. Like that's probably one of the only times you died to that rat angle on the 10 Pearl games you've played so far since the changes. So you haven't learned to clear it yet.
Dude.
You were peeking way too fast. Okay, let's talk statistics. So at this point in the round, you're opting into a 50-50 against any individual who dares peek doors. Agreed? Okay, let's say that individual is Jet with knives right now. Our team's all spawn. It's not worth it. You want to peek her. Let me explain. It depends on the map geometry. Some scenarios you want to hold, some you want to peek them. And you sort of just have to put yourself in their shoes and understand what it feels like to them to walk out mid. So let's pretend I'm Jet. So first I clear here. I might clear here, back out. I peek here and I peek here. And at this point, I fight you 50-50. If I've got really good crosshair placement movement, I might have a slight advantage, peeker's advantage, because the qualities of this fight are quite symmetrical. Okay, let's pretend I don't see you. What the hell do I do now? If I walk out like this, I'm perma exposed to this angle. Okay. If I walk out like this, maybe clear shop, it's really awkward for me to wrap this way and go help my team A because I'm like exposing to everything. So the problem this Doors player has is walking past this like invisible box. They're pretty comfy in this box. They can play in this box and they're quite happy. But the moment you get them out of this box, they're really far from their cover. This player gets hecking sweaty. And so what you want to do when you're mid lurking is you want to hold a bit outside of that box and on occasion peek them. You know why? Because when this person's out of the box, they might have to look over here or feel obligated to check here. And if you happen to peek them when they're doing that, free kill. So now your odds of killing them are the odds of this fight go up because half the time they're looking the wrong way. So when you peek them, let's pretend they are there. There's two outcomes. They're looking at you 50-50. Hell, you know what? No, I'm going to give them slight odds here because they could have off angle. So I'm going to say you're slightly losing if they're looking at you. Okay. But now let's say they're looking shop. Well, now I'm giving you 95-5. Okay. And so when you combine these two, your ultimate odds are what, like 140 over 60. So it's 70-30, which is so good. And this is why I don't tell people to push out mid on Pearl on defense because it's bad. But when you're just holding and giving this fight, you're not taking any of that expected value. Instead, you're like, yeah, I'll just take the 50-50. No, you should be playing here and occasionally peeking them to take your 70-30. That's like hidden from you. It's invisible. You don't even see it. I want to drive the point home because if we go to the Huge Playbooks channel, this is actually the one map I prepped JPC on so far before break. And notice I have him playing a very passive initial defensive hold for this because if they walk out into this line, you have like giga odds because of the way the map is shaped. This is bad. Let's ignore the fact that your crosshair is literally aimed for Shaquille O'Neal himself. There's two threats. Holy shit, you lost. You know why your crosshair placement is bad though? If you had eye tracker right now, I guarantee you your eyes are not here. They are in one of two places. Your eyes are here or your eyes are here. Worrying about something else.
Maybe could he put his turret?
Exactly. Watch it back. Dopamine.
Turret.
$95.5.
My dog.
My wall's coming down. Be careful.
Okay.
He's not.
I may have jump spot A
Coming
main
down.
here
I was trying
because
to hold my dog.
that's an initiator. Generally speaking, initiators are not anchors. Usually one of these guys is the anchor. And so like your crosshairs here, you're sort of aware they could be pushing A main, right? And I absolutely agree that we don't want to peek A main because they could be off angle advantage and absolutely blast us into the shadow realm. That would be lame. But what you can do is you can take a quick look like that as you rotate. And the odds that you die doing this are basically zero. And now you know? Like if you see them, you just gained infinite value.
They're mid. No one's on A. No one's on A. They're mid and B.
Yeah, you're wasting a lot of time. Look.
Never mind, just keep taking.
So right now, you're looking at your minimap, right? Or let me rephrase. You should be looking at your minimap. Agree? He was for sure. Perfect. And so you see the last two enemies. And so the decision making here is very straightforward. Run straight to Reyna. If Reyna backs up mid to come A with you, it's lit. If Reyna somehow continues fighting or needs your help, then it's lit. You can help.
Go A. Go A. Keep
But
going,
watch
go, go,
you.
go, go, go.
You're backing up.
They're mid. No one's on A. No one's on A. They're mid and B.
You're leaving her. Look how much time has cooked.
Can you get out? Can you get out?
It's okay, just go. I'm
leave him,
holding
just
the
leave
raise
him.
here. Yeah, I'm holding the raise here.
Like a lot of time just cooked. They cannot be there. Why are you clearing that?
I'm planning here. Like for art.
Where are you going?
Rene, you can just play late art. Watch behind you.
Now imagine if we were both connector or some shit. Or like Reyna and you were both in art. Reyna can't hold this alone is the problem. Because you were here in the past.
So raise my
There's no shot, no?
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, okay. Saffron Rice. I believe you're a frequent viewer. What do I say about this Flowers peak from like the retaker's perspective? It's like kind of bad, right? The logic I use to make people understand is when you play deathmatch on Pearl and you go to take this fight, you lose it more than you win it. Like you just know that, you just feel that. And so we don't have to actually talk about why in this case. What matters is you understand this fight is bad for the Flowers guy because it feels bad to take this fight. If you have that understanding, then it's very disrespectful to play this way. You know why it's disrespectful? You're basically saying, yeah, I know it's bad to peek Flowers, but do you? What do you mean? That's like really disrespectful. You should be expecting them to make the play that you would make. So I would be looking over here. Come across. I might even tuck. Let them come out. And holding this Flowers angle is just giving them the walk out secret. And additionally, all that's really going to happen if they do peek it, like I'm pretty sure they have to pre-fire this to win. A skin combo is the only reason I want to hit Radiant. Then I got bad news. You're never going to hit Radiant. That would be enough to hit any rank other than Radiant. But you got to be hecking mental to hit top 500.
Back on ping.
You can prove me wrong though. Maybe you're like the guy from Chainsaw Man and he doesn't need like real motivation. He just needs the thought of like
Could be
the
it.
touch of a woman.
I'm gonna.
And that's enough to
Putting what?
drive him.
Oh, it's up now. It's up now. Art is.
Are you crouching? You are. You piece. Why are you crouching? You're bad. It is your bad. You're on a vertical off angle. So when they peek, they have to flick up towards you. The crouch makes the flick easier for them. If they're peeking here and your head's here, you want your head to be up here.
Nice.
Whoa, I wouldn't make this much noise.
Fade
What?
can be.
Whoa. Let me look at your mini map.
Nice.
I'm gonna stay
Gonna
here.
go.
They could totally be there, no? I'm not crazy. Bro, I've got ambient. Oh my God. I got new headphones and I can hear much better. There's ambient noise on Pearl. And none of these sliders affect it. Except this one. What? Riot Games. Why is it only overall volume that affects it? I hate that I've noticed this now. I'm never gonna be able to unnotice this. A lot of maps have ambient noise. I mean, that's fine, but where's my ambient noise slider? No, you know my real pet peeve on Pearl, dude? One sec. Watch this. Overall music volume muted. You see every music option muted? Watch this. Watch this shit.
Some vermin are born to die, like rats in a lab.
That's music! I turned that off!
Let's try A players.
Okay, nice lurk, but
Toxin screen down.
Maybe tech talk.
knife out here is really dumb, in my opinion, because they haven't seen us on the B hit. They should be clearing us. I did a VOD review of a Mortal player a while back on this map, and they were rotating connector, and I'm like, okay, now you clear the mid guy, right? And then he doesn't, and he dies. I'm like, well, that was dumb. And so if you're facing like that guy right now, who's learned from that mistake, they're coming to clear mid because you know what? These guys want a 50-50. They're going to hunt for it, and they're going to hope that you're lurking mid. Because you have your knife out, it's not even a 50-50. You're just giving them a free kill.
Nice. Good job.
Let's try A players.
One enemy remaining.
80 last. She's heaven.
Toxins going up.
Wait, put it down.
Toxin screen down.
Thanks. She might come under, but I think she's at
She's at 80.
Poison orb
beauty
emitted.
smoke.
I bet my entire life savings, Saffron Rice, that you're not in Giga Sweat mode this VOD. I'm pretty sure if I put $1,000 on the line and dropped you in this lobby right now, you would be hecking tucked, looking at your minimap and say, yo, Sky, can you tuck back halls and peek off of me? I'm going to take a line out CT. I know you have that in your head or something. You try to do something. Am I crazy? There's no world you're this quiet in the 3v1. Surely we're seeing laziness. Think your post plan needs work? No. I think your focus needs work. I don't think you're sweating. I think I could have looked at, if you had a webcam right here, right now, I think you're heckin' dry. I think your heart rate is normal. You're not pouring your heckin' heart and soul into the outcome of this game. I don't know if your post plant needs work because you're not trying in the VOD. Does that make sense? If you were like sweating, you might have played a better post plant. Then I'd be like, oh, okay, it's your pre-round plans that are worse. Or I'd be like, oh, okay, so your lurk timings are bad. But this VOD, I can't tell
Gun though.
because you're
Kinda broke. It's
hecking
pretty-
lazy about everything.
Yeah.
The common theme is laziness, which
Oh,
tells
I
me like
can,
you're
uh,
autopilot.
Molly
yo,
him?
we rotate, right? We just rotate.
Yeah, give him gun, please.
You start the rounds off well.
Spike
Go,
down.
Jet.
So right now, I see in your brain, you're like, okay, they could be on our spawn. And then watch how you clear this shit. Like, you're proving my point. That's how you cleared bench. You just died. That's how you cleared this window angle. You just died. And you didn't clear close. And you just died. You're literally sus of them because you're clearing. Like, I can tell you're sus because why else would you clear this? So you cleared this. You're like, okay, they're not here. Well, bro, then clear. Come out. Clear, clear, clear. Come across. And clear. Like, what are you doing? You have the right read. Your intuition's correct. But you're clearing like a dude who's on 700 pounds of fucking THC. I don't think it's like a mechanics issue. I think you can clear those angles assiduously. I think for whatever reason, you just don't care.
I have an orb for...
It's like, you're like, well, it's unlikely they're here, but they could be. But, you know, unlikely, so whatever. You just roasting your boyfriend right now. You're in the same room dying laughing. Oh my God, wait, you're dating him? Am I on nail on the head? Wait. Absinthe. Be honest. You can DM me. I won't tell him your answer. Which of these two depicts your boyfriend playing Valorant? Option A, option B. Like, if there were a scale, what side is he closer to? B for sure? Really? Saffron Rice. Saffron Rice, can you hop in? Can you boot up Valorant right now? This is actually important. We need to perform an experiment. Sure? Oh, it's lit. Get here. While you guys enjoy the lo-fi, I'm gonna sing and you can't mute me. See, it's dumb. It's dumb.
Hello?
Boot up Pearl. Share the screen.
Is there?
Okay. POV, you're lurking through art. Your teammates
I'm
already
lurking
walked
through
onto
art.
A, and you're going to peek connector. I want to see you peek connector. Let's see.
I lurked through art. Like,
Yep,
this?
your teammates already walked onto A, and
Okay,
you're
okay.
coming from art behind them, and you're going to orb and peek connector.
Honestly, I think the orb was kind of troll. But I said that and I peeked really badly, but I think that just gives away my position, right? So I just peeked.
Holy shit! Wait, no,
No.
you actually suck at this.
Yeah. It's just I have really bad habits. I don't think I.
No. Like while you were peeking right there, you just died. Back to chat with you. He's just so high elo. I didn't think he could be that bad at it, chat. But he actually is. He's actually just terrible. What the hell? Saffron Rice. He sucks. That's what he's trying to improve with your coaching. Well, we're trying to figure out why he sucks, and now we figured it out. We had to rule out laziness, and we have. It's lit. So the problem is when I told you to peek connector, isolated, and you're really focused on it, you peeked like this, and then you came out. You literally died. Let me show you. This is you. Notice you can't see right now. You're dead. You can watch it back, dude. Your peaks. Oh my God. Let me show you how peak connected. So we're going to presume all of this space is dead and safe. But if it wasn't, you've got to peek here. You got to come across here as well. I like to walk up this way where I'm far from the corner. But the peak connector, I actually get close and I'll come out. Because you already have angle disadvantage on this peak. So I'd rather just be able to peek it very quickly and throw off their crosshair placement because their cross is going to be back wall if they're any good at the game. And so my head's going to come like out here. Give me an advantage. players in your elo, this looks lazy to me. I'm sure you can understand. Because look at this thing. As if they've also been peeking that incorrectly. No. Almost everybody in chat is not peeking it exactly the way I just showed, Vi. Like, you're all doing something wrong, okay? Like, doing it perfectly is not expected. Not expected. However, our hero in this VOD is out of 10 points, a 2. A 2 out of 10. Vi, you might be a 7 or an 8 out of 10, which is probably not your biggest problem. This is insane. This is grossly bad. All right. Here's what I prescribe you. I said we can do it on Pearl. All you do, first you need to understand the rules of when to peek fast and when to peek slow. So we peek fast when we are closer to the corner than a potential enemy. And we always expect our enemies to be against far walls, okay? So if our enemy is against this wall, we peek fast or slow from here. Fast because they're far. Perfect. You got that right. Anybody who said slow, you're heckin' brain dead.
Here.
We are 17 meters from the corner. The enemy is 40 meters away, which means they're 23 meters from the corner. They're further from us. We peek fast. Correct. Perfect. So you understand that, Saffron Rice. So what you do is you imagine enemies are at every far wall you're looking at, and you just heckin' peek. So if they were over here, then chat, you would have been right. It's slow walk because this is the corner now, and we're further from it. So whatever corner your crosshairs on, you like walk around the map like this. And now, of course, it's fast. This one's fast as well. Because I'm 13 meters and they would be 38 meters back here. This is, of course, fast. You got to come around, peek everything. I'm going slow because I'm further, slow because I'm further. Then I'll usually go fast at the end here. Out, clear, out. If you're being really assiduous as you're scaling up this way, you also need to clear that. Go back. Be fast because 11 meters, 35. Slow, further from the corner. Slow, I'm further from the corner. Gotta learn how to peek angles. There's plenty. Keep in mind, the average silver player in chat is watching me scale B and they're like, whoa, but who's? While you're looking here, you're dead to that. Yup. Welcome to Valorant. You can't take a sight on your own. Good crosshair placement. You'll still die. You need abilities. That's fine. We're just working on the movement and the crosshair placement and when to move fast and slow because your clears are off by 1,000,000 miles. Ignore every mistake that isn't related to your movement. Good crosshair placement. It's that bad. Expect to see it that good next VOD. Oh.